What is the most difficult thing in this world, according to you? According to me, one of the most difficult thing in this world, believing in something that exists but not visible. Especially when we are in a trouble, then we seek hope. But when things do not happen, then this hope feels like doesn't exist. All of the knowledge, wisdom, positivity seems meaningless when we literally feel like nothing is happening. We make plans, put efforts in all of the directions, do everything that is suggested, follow all kind of techniques, but still results are not visible. Then every effort that we put, it feels like it's not leading us anywhere. And the moment we literally want something, but that something is not coming up with that specific speed, then it's hard to believe that things will happen. It's hard to believe that we'll overcome from this phase. It's hard to believe that this phase gonna over somehow and we'll achieve the result. Because at this specific time, we amplify that specific situation, that stagnation. And stagnation is one of the most daunting and one of the most frustrating thing. We always have a fear of remain the same. We always have the fear of what if nothing changes. We always have had the fear of we won't be able to achieve our goals. And all these fears are valid at some extent. Because we literally see our present situation. We see that things are not happening. But we don't try to think the another aspect of the story too. Sometimes things take time. Sometimes we are just not aligned. Sometimes we make mistakes. Or simply sometimes this is not the right time for that thing. Or sometimes that path is not for us, the path we have chosen. There are multiple reasons. Nothing plays that much role in our life, but one thing that literally freaks us out, the fear. And these fears don't let us do anything, and it affects in all areas of life, in relationship, in career, in mental well-being or health. Even we have a lot of knowledge, we train our mind not giving thoughts to these negative thoughts. But the moment these thoughts come up, we are not able to train our mind, we are not able to find the peace. And at that specific time, we need assurance. We do everything that doesn't make any sense. We feel desperate, and this desperation exacerbates the whole thing. I'm not gonna say desperation is bad or we shouldn't feel desperate. It's just a natural response from us, from our mind, because our mind wants to keep us alive and safe. And if proofs are not visible, then it makes sense, then we feel desperate. It doesn't make you feel weak, it just makes you feel you have a need of something. And we all have need of something in our life. People are desperate for having a good job. People have the desperation of finding a love. People have desperation of achieving their goal in a specific timeline. People have desperation of becoming something that they want to become, or just l- feeling free of something that exists in their identity, but it's exhausting for their identity. People are desperate not to do something that is boring. And it makes sense. But this desperation sometimes doesn't help us. But at the same time, it stabilizes our system too. We feel overwhelmed, we feel desperate, we judge ourselves, but these things are the part of the process. These things are just a way of survival and acknowledging the things and allow us to incubate about these things. Why do we feel desperate? Why we are not able to feel abundant? Why we want that specific thing desperately? And what we need to consider if we are not able to foster patience. And the moment we ask these kind of questions, at least we don't feel that kind of urgency in our life. And this urgency, when we don't feel, then we learn to live in the present. Then we learn to be comfortable. Then we figure out what can be the reason behind all of these things when we feel stuck. Overall, there is no specific solution of this situation when simply things don't happen, even after putting every single effort and spending every kind of thing that you have and resources, or consuming all of your energy. There's no specific solutions of feeling comfortable. But only one thing can be done. Just surrender yourself when things do not happen. And keep making the reps. Acknowledge the things, embrace the things, and just try to be comfortable with those things by releasing those things. All will work for you when the time will be in your alignment. It's common that we don't feel hopeful. It's fine that trust sometimes flickers. It comes up, it goes away. And it's perfectly fine too, but in the end, if we are able to simply control our doubts and anxiety, it is more than enough. And if we are able to do this, this is the only way finding your peace. Peace can only be found, or urgency can only be reduced when we have subtle proof in our life. But at this specific time, all we need to do, rather than finding peace, rather than finding comfort, just be with those things. Be comfortable with those things. One truth that is necessary to embrace if we really want to get through this dangerous phase: allow imperfections. Life is not linear. It doesn't ask us to perform. It doesn't bring result every single time. It doesn't expect you always be successful and keep achieving the things. It allows you to breathe. It tests you. It gives you the moment to feel, to acknowledge, to resolve, or simply just be yourself. This is the life. And the moment we embrace life the way the life it is, then we can find our happiness, or simply we know how the happiness can stay with us every day, every moment. This is the only source. When we allow imperfection, when we ask questions, when we stay robust, or simply we feel fine, fair enough if things are not happening, because we are putting the efforts, then those efforts should be our true identity. Our efforts should be our true worth rather than outcome. And these kind of self-acknowledgements and true beliefs in yourself can help you to stay comfortable, stay abundant, stay free from all worries, stay happy. There's no specific way, there's no motivation, no knowledge, no wisdom helps. The only thing helps. The acceptance and hope for something that exists but is not visible. If this time has been happening with you, there will be another time of beautiful things will be happening with you. If those beautiful days has passed, these rainy days will pass too. The world exists on hope. The world exists on imperfection. The world exists on beliefs. So embrace beautiful beliefs. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Allow yourself of making mistakes. Allow yourself of performing sometime or not performing or less performing sometime. Never attach with any kind of action. Never attach with outcome. Attach yourself with your intentions. Attach yourself with your efforts rather than actions. And if you are putting efforts, you will automatically be making yourself eligible for that thing. The way I put effort, sometimes I don't feel aligned. Sometimes things simply don't happen. Sometimes there is no specific ways visible. And I do feel sometimes stuck. But in the end, I feel comfortable. I embrace the things. And the back and forth, I keep feeling the same thing, keep grappling with the same thing. And it's common. It happens with everyone. All we can do just not living the hope. And just by keep putting our fears on the back seat and keep embracing them rather than escaping from our doubts, fears, and insecurities. And then you become eligible and comfortable for something that you want or for something that is happening. That's the only way. Life is perfectly imperfect. It's imperfect because we are to make it perfect. And it becomes perfect when simply we keep working on all of our areas. Not in a hurry, but bit by bit, step by step, task by task. That's how life works. It flows. Especially in this phase, the only thing we can do is just go with flow rather than making your own flow. And if we stop controlling the things, we automatically go with flow. That's the only way of surviving in this phase. So in a nutshell, I'm gonna say, don't lose yourself. Don't lose your heart. Things will happen. Or simply you'll get to know what is for you or what is not for you. And you will find something that is for you. Don't make it too large, feeling worry. Make it large for feeling happiness. And with this beautiful thought, I'd say everything will come up in your way. Just don't lose hope. Keep proving yourself. Don't seek proof, and proofs are the only thing that are in your actions. And the proofs are the action, and actions are the proof in itself too. And that's what exactly we should need to consider. And I need to consider as well. It's not only applies on you, but applies on me too. The moment mind plays trick with us, then we have to trick our mind. Because our mind doesn't control the life. We have the authority to control our life through our mind. And you are able to do this too. So it brings a smile on everyone's face. Make the world a better place to live. That's all I've got to say about this. Signing off, Vivek Kumar, your buddy. Bye bye.